Said, but joining me this afternoon is Tegan Watson. Tegan is a counselor at the camp that a lot of young kids, and perhaps not even so young anymore, go to. It's outside of Empire on I-70. You can see it from the highway. Tegan is a counselor there, has been for a number of years, and you have a friend, Paul, who goes there on a regular basis.
Yes, he does. My friend.
You've known Paul since you were a kid.
Yes, I've known him ever since I was born. Paul and I have known each other. My dad used to be best friends with his dad, and they still are, ever since they were little kids. So.
Well, you know, Paul is kind of an unusual guy, only in the sense that he has green hair.
Yes, that's very true. In fact, I don't know what color it is today. It has been green in the past, and blonde and red. And
but you know, the fact of the matter is, Paul's form of MD has relegated him to a life in a wheelchair. It's an essential part of his life. So I'm curious, knowing Paul from the very earliest stages of your life, when did you start seeing him as just Paul instead of a young boy in a wheelchair?
I think I've always thought of Paul that way because he's so straightforward and he's optimistic and he's just like anyone else. And I think being around him when he could walk and being around him now and everything, I've been around him so often that I look at him just like everyone else. So it's been ever since I've known him. Same
joys, same mysteries, same confusion that any other kid growing up would have.
Yes, same punk concerts, everything. It's all the same.
Paul is a great kid, but there is also another kid that we're going to introduce you to, and perhaps even I misspoke myself when I say kid, because they're young men, and they have grown up with the summer camp being a regular part of their vacation every time it gets about the time of July. So why don't we take a minute and we'll meet both Will and Paul. It's nestled in a valley near Winter Park, where sometimes it seems the snow lingers forever. Here at the MDA summer camp, the idea is to create normalcy for kids whose world is not normal.
Encourage and boost their self-esteem and confidence by such activities as whitewater rafting on the Colorado River.
Yeah.
Here, kids fish with results about the same as anyone else's. They ride and they do all that other stuff. Need a keychain? How about a computer program? Today, that's also a part of camp.
What color is it?
Red.
Good job.
What makes this camp so special is that it isn't just for kids, but some of those who came here as kids have now grown up, and now they are coming back, only this time as young men and young women. Paul Rowland and Will Spence met here as kids. This fall, they're off to college. This is their last camp, the last time they'll be the majority anywhere. Wheelchairs have always been part of their life, but handicapped? No way.
Everybody has obstacles to get by, but then again, when I look at myself, I don't see any obstacles to get by. It's smooth sailing.
It gets hard once in a while, but you've just got to look at the things that you can do. Like, I can do a lot of things. And, you know, I'm a lot better off than a lot of people I know.
Their future is planned out, at least in pencil. First, it's college. For Paul, it's business. For Will, it's radio. No sympathy here, please. And both someday would like to start a family.
I've seen a lot more hardships or whatever than a lot of people have. I could teach my kids about it and raise them with that knowledge.
To some, life in a wheelchair may seem unfair, but Paul and Will see it differently. They didn't have a say about things the first time around, but they say from now on, everything is up to them. Well, that is the young man that I told you about. He's a delight to meet and someone that I can honestly say was an undying pleasure to know. Tegan, you are one of the people who knows Paul, not only as a personal friend, but as a counselor. What'd you think of what he had to say?
That's Paul. He's really cool. He's really laid back. He's relaxed, and he knows what he wants, and he'll get it.
You know, I have no doubt that that will be the case. He is a gentleman who doesn't look at things as obstacles, but simply as challenges, and he faces each and every one. Now, you may be saying,